Streamers need to know when to shut the fuck up. There must be fentanyl in the air for people to be acting like this, because over the last 23 days, it has been increasingly suspicious on what's going on Twitch. We have QT Cinderella apologizing that she's white for some reason, to now Valkyrae becoming the female Hassan. And who knows, maybe if Hassan prays hard enough to his liberal god, maybe he'll indict her into his magnum opus of Friends. In a now deleted tweet, she says this: "There's nothing wrong with having conversations with friends and helping them understand where their privilege comes from in regards to the situation they might not have personally experienced that others suffer from. And lots of privileges obviously come from being white. Never thought I'd be accused for being racist against white people when the clip is obviously taken out of context. You know, Valkyrae, I want to personally extend to you the greatest honor of all, the Dumbass Award, right next to me and the Governor of California. Because what do you mean there's certain things that you can and can't do while you're a different skin color or ethnicity than another person? Have you not watched Charlie Kirk's debate talking about how there's no difference between me and another person from China because we can have the same opportunity if we just try hard enough? Because there's nothing that I can do that you can't do, and vice versa. If you want to talk about privilege, what about the amount of money you have? That's a privilege. You know, you could buy things that little Lao Bao from the outskirts of Mongolia from the Genghis Khan era can't buy. And what, do you actively sit around your ethnically cleansed or ethnically differentiated group of friends and you guys go to Bohemian Grove to pray to whatever god, and then you start singing Kumbaya and say we gotta celebrate our differences? And she had the nerve to say, "You want me to die?" Like, shut the fuck up.
At the end of the day, I think some people just want me to get off the internet. I also think some people want me to just die. You know, I think some people want a villain. I think I am in that position, you know, because obviously the more you talk about things that you align with or agree with, the more people from the opposite side are going to not like that. Okay? No matter what, I'm trans rights, gay rights. Okay? I'm going to donate to a lot of charities. I have also. I think that's another thing, like, people don't know, like, what I have donated to in the past, like what I have fundraised for.
No, we don't want you to die or none of that, actually. What I want you to do is shut the fuck up and stop moving your flapped lips. You're saying that, what, to become a villain? What is this, a Disney movie? You don't have to be the villain. In fact, none of this should have happened if you just closed your mouth and moved on with your life. You know, going back to the deleted tweet, how can a racist clip be taken out of context? There's a difference in racism, you know, there's indirect and then directly, but in this case, it's probably direct racism. I feel like she's about to make the excuse of, oh, it was just a slip of the tongue. That means that it was ingrained in your memory, like the government trying to implant things like MK Ultra. You know, I'm glad I put her in first place for the Dumbass Award, because take a look at this. I am half white and have lots of privileges in where I was born and being financially stable. I don't take all of that for granted, and it's good to be aware of it. This person, who I'm going to incorrectly name Chicken Noodle Soup, is literally putting belt to ass to her. Right, so you're half white and your friend QT is, in your own words, aggressively white, so according to you, she's inherently received more privileges throughout her life because she is more white. I guess I just don't understand the logic, or what's the goal here. What does she mean by aggressively white? Does she mean like the average piece of paper, or someone's white bald head reflecting off of the sun? And to further up on the matter of my statement being that she is privileged, you are not only the top 1% of people in the world, but you're also half white, so that really doesn't make sense. So you're calling the kettle black for some reason. You're complaining about your privilege like it's a bad thing. Do you want it taken away from you so you can feel what all of us taxpayers need to feel to live paycheck to paycheck? No, because you would rather stay at the top because you know how good you have it and you don't want to be like the rest of us. Imagine this scenario, right? Two people walking down Broadway and they are arguing. By the way, they are the same exact color, just 2 different tints. And one of them says, and I quote, "Oh, shut up, Whitey, you damn cracker." And then the other guy just pulls out a mirror and then he says, "Oh, no, it's different because I'm a darker shade than you. So, you know, you have more privilege than me." You see how that doesn't make sense? Anyway, drama crazy, it's 8 o'clock in the morning and I need to go to sleep. Subscribe or I'll touch you.